Hi guys, in this episode of Chair of Curiosity, I am really excited to be reacting to the new trailer for the final season of The Walking Dead companion show, Fear the Walking Dead. And since it's been quite a while since I talked about Fear the Walking Dead in a video, it's been like probably a year since I last reviewed Fear the Walking Dead's uh, final episode. Well, it's final season 7 episode, I mean. And since I don't think I've really talked about Fear the Walking Dead ending in my reviews for Tales of the Walking Dead or the Walking Dead main show, I think it's a good time to kind of brief up on that, because I personally did not expect that season 8 was going to be the final season. I just didn't really see them deciding to end the series halfway through production of the new season. Like, I genuinely thought that they were probably going to push it until season 9. But they didn't. Hell, they even cut down the episode number for season 8, which is kind of annoying. But I hope that at least means that there might be more of a budget for this season compared to last one, or it's just gonna mean higher quality, because everybody loves saying how less episodes means more effort put into the ones that actually happen, even though I personally disagree with that. But I'm trying to look at the positives here. But I just didn't really see them ending the show this quickly, especially with the main show having just ended. Like, I would have expected they would potentially maybe throw a little bit more stuff at this show to try to kind of build up its popularity again, but I feel like that's probably a futile effort at this point, considering they already soft rebooted it for season 4 onwards. So yeah, it was probably better for them to kind of finally put it in the ground. But I still wish they kept the 16 episode number, because it's kind of annoying that it's 12, but yeah. And yeah, I'm honestly kind of unsure about how I feel about Fear the Walking Dead ending right now, because, like, when I was watching World Beyond, for example, when it ended, which we knew was gonna happen, I didn't really care too much about that fact. But as I was watching the final episodes, it honestly kind of hit me that I actually kind of started loving the characters and enjoying this show, however mediocre or however bad it might have been at times. I genuinely kind of fell in love with it, and I was sad and emotional when it ended. And I was definitely sad and emotional when the main show ended. In some ways, more than I even thought I was going to be, because I obviously was going to be sad when the main show was ending. It's a show that I enjoy, and it's never satisfying or fun whenever your favorite thing stops existing. But I also didn't realize how much of a, I don't know how to describe it. I didn't realize how much of a thing in my life that I was looking for towards or forward to the main show was. Like, it was kind of like a crutch to my life watching the main show, because it's like, no matter what, I could always expect The Walking Dead to show up on TV eventually and me getting immersed into it. And that feeling of that being gone, it just kind of like made the ending of the main show just hit that much harder, because this thing that has been with me for 7 years now was gone. And Fear the Walking Dead, it's probably gonna land somewhere in between the two, I feel like. I think it's gonna hurt me more that it's ending than World Beyond did, but it's not gonna be as strong as my sadness about the main show ending. And to be honest, uh, I'm not sure, because there's also the caveat to the main show where we have like 3 spin-offs coming, which might as well be the next season of the main show when you think about it. Whereas for Fear the Walking Dead, this is gonna be it for a lot of these characters. So in a way, this one is a more of a definitive ending for these characters, as far as we know, that is, obviously. Who knows how the show is gonna end and where the character is gonna go. But yeah, I don't know. If this show still stuck with the cast it originally had in like the first 3 seasons, it definitely would hurt me just as much as the main show. But right now, I'm just not sure because of all the issues that the show has went through, and it's just more of an uneven show, which kind of makes it harder for me to emotionally attach myself because there were times where I was really into it and then kind of got burned by the show because it killed my favorite character, and then I got into it again, and then last season wasn't quite as good as season 6 was, so whereas for example World Beyond was far more consistent in its quality, and especially its quality improvement as time went on. So yeah, I don't know. But I am really excited to see what this trailer is gonna offer to us, and I'm already kind of aware of a lot of things about it, but I've decided to do this reaction anyway and just kind of talk about some of the things that we see in the trailers. But probably the biggest review about this trailer I'm already aware of, and I'm gonna talk about it once we get into the reaction. So I guess without further ado, let's get into the reaction to the Fear the Walking Dead final season, season 8 trailer in 3, 2, 1.
If you want to be part of what we're doing, you need to show us that you're committed to our vision.
Can you hear me? I need you to listen to me because I want to tell
Okay,
you
there's a lot of shots that I will want to check slowly.
He said you can hide, but you can't run. He wanted me to know that Earth will follow you.
Honestly, it looks pretty cool.
He was right. Only thing I know that will lead.
Okay, it's visually really interesting. What the heck?
Just don't do what I did. Don't run.
Okay, there's a lot of shots that I'll have to check little by little. Because a lot of the shots are just random shots thrown at you. Yeah, I wouldn't really call this a good trailer.
I used to live here with Dwayne before he died.
This is your second chance, Dad.
She's right, Morgan. Rick, he gave you this gun for a reason.
What?
Use it.
That is pretty cool. Them going back to the beginning, it's really cool. It is kind of annoying though that they're doing that on the companion show, not on the main show, Like, you would think something like that would be something you would do on like The Walking Dead's final season, but we didn't really get that, whereas we're getting it kind of here. But it's still pretty cool. So it honestly seems good. Like season 6, season 7, and season 8, I feel like are gonna be enjoyed more in the long term. I think people are going to consider 4 and 5 kind of the low of the series. And this is kind of going to be the same as what happened with the main show when you think about it, because in the main show we had 6 seasons of pretty good quality, 2 seasons of somewhat garbage, and then there was season 9, which was really good, season 10, which wasn't as good, but it was still good, and season 11, which was, again, good, but not as good as season 9. And it kind of seems like it's the same case for Fear the Walking Dead. We got 3 seasons of some really good stuff, 2 seasons of garbage, then season 6, which was really, really good, season 7, which was not as good as season 6, but still visually was such a big improvement compared to season 4 and 5, and season 8 seems to be another case of that, and the quality also seems like it's gonna be better than season 7, so yeah, I don't know, it makes me excited, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this is a really good trailer because it just seems like a bunch of scenes thrown together, but there's a lot of visually stunning stuff. Like, honestly, of all the shows, Fear the Walking Dead season 6 onwards is probably my favorite visually. There has been so much good stuff. There's been so much visually attractive, visually appealing shots and color grading. Like, they've really fucking done a great job with it, and I love that. I love that. It's made it so entertaining for me to watch. But yeah, there's a lot to get through, so let's get through the shots and see if I have anything to say about some of them. So yeah, first we have a shot here of Morgan probably arriving at Padre, because I'm pretty sure that's how he looked when he met Madison at the end of last season. Then we have what I assume is Padre. There seems to be a lot of... This seems to be like a kid's playground, so that's probably where they're like training kids or something along those lines. Because I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be little Momo. Yeah, look at this shit. This is visually fucking good. Like, what the fuck? This looks so good. And the sound quality here
Can you hear me?
as well, I think it was really cool.
Can you hear me?
Like, the way you can hear the rain and the atmosphere. God, I'm so excited about that. I'm just so excited about that. I have no words to describe it. Like, this feels like fucking Last of Us level of quality. And I wasn't even that big of a fan of the Last of Us TV show, if I gotta be honest. I've not really talked about it anywhere, and I don't really plan on doing a video about it, but I wasn't a big fan of it. But you could definitely feel the money in that show. And I feel like maybe that's, again, one of the positives of them cutting the episode count from 16 to 12. They might actually be able to do some good stuff for the final season because of a slightly bigger budget for the remaining episodes. Or at least I hope that's why they cut the episodes down. But yeah, so that's Morgan and Madison. There's June. I'm curious what they're gonna do with her. She looks honestly pretty cool. There's Dwight and Sherry, which I'm really hyped to see where their story is going to go, because I love those characters, and Sherry's supposed to be pregnant right now as well. There's little Momo, and I have a question that I feel like nobody has really explained to me. Why the fuck is she, for lack of a better term, mixed? Because I'm not sure whether she's supposed to be like black or mixed or whatever. Why is she that, considering that neither her mother or father were, like, both the mom and the father were white? I feel like the production crew forgot that the baby that Morgan was taking care of was not Grace's like biological kid. They've been taking care of the baby that the lady and the guy from the first episode of season 6 had. And maybe she had it with somebody else, but I'm pretty sure that it was their biological child, and none of them were white. I don't think she was white in particular. So, I'm pretty sure Isaac wasn't either, so it's kind of weird when you think about it. And that's the only explanation I have for why she looks so mixed race. And I have no issue with that. I'm fine with it. But it's just kind of a production mishap when you think about it, because that baby that Grace had died. It died, and I feel like they kind of forgot about it. And even I kind of forgot about it, because they adopted this kid anyway and have been taking care of it. But yeah, I don't know. Let's continue. So that's them at the home in King County. I'm pretty sure, because we see this from different shots later, and it's the same place, and I remember those blankets and everything. I'm wondering how accurate they've managed to recreate it. I usually have like I'm expecting that they did a good job, because I feel like The Walking Dead has been pretty good about making sure it doesn't break continuity. Well, considering that I just literally talked about them forgetting that this baby was not supposed to be mixed, but whatever. like whenever the main show kind of referenced locations from previous seasons, in particular, I remember in season 10 when they did Michonne's last episode and kind of did alternate universe flashback, they did a good job of recreating uh, the setting for that one scene with the car all the way back in season 3 and the Negan lineup as well. They did a good job of recreating that, so I can expect that they probably did a good job with this as well. So we have Madison writing down how many days she's probably been with Padre. There's Danielle, who looks badass as fuck. Who the fuck is that supposed to be? And why the fuck is she using his weapon? I mean, I kind of thought about it, but she's like a female Morgan, it seems like. I wonder if she's gonna be like the main villain. That's gonna be interesting, I guess. Okay, Padre is a lie. I can't read what the hell that says, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what these are, but these look freaky as fuck. Are those still like the radiated zombies or something? Because they look freaky as fuck and I like them. Or are these supposed to be like variants and shit? Are we gonna get any variants in the final season of Fear? That would be kind of cool. Because I kind of keep forgetting that that is a thing. And it seems like these are gonna be walkers that Dwight and Sherry are gonna be dealing with. But yeah, they look freaky as fuck. This genuinely like reminds me of the Walking Dead main show final season with like the pharaohs, which we were wondering what the fuck they were in like that episode when we saw the trailer. So that's kind of the same vibe that I'm getting. And the way they've climbed up on something, I'm not sure. I don't think it is the case, but this looks a lot like they are in like a train car or something, and they're like on the luggage thing on top, but I don't think that's the case. We don't really have enough context clues to know right now. But yeah, this is a visually amazing shot. Like, this looks so fucking cool. And it's kind of interesting how, despite the fact that they're even shooting in, like, I'm pretty sure they're shooting, like, in Georgia. They're not shooting at the same, like, area where the main show was shooting at, but they're still shooting in Georgia, and despite the fact they're making it look so visually different. Because one of my worries was that they were gonna make it that it was gonna look a lot like The Walking Dead, like characters walking through the same kind of forest, like the same kind of environment. Because for the main show, despite the fact that they're supposedly in Virginia, not much about the environment actually changed throughout the seasons. Like, they were always kind of walking through the same forests. But yeah, this is a visually stunning thing. I don't know where the fuck they are. It looks like they're in like a cave or something, but it looks really cool. Is this lady supposed to be CRM or something? Okay, so it seems like June might be on her own. Then a walker kind of jumps out of nowhere and attacks Momo. Then Madison is in like a boathouse or whatever. Okay, we do get some context clues now, because I'm pretty sure that's Sherry. And it looks like they are actually on a train car. So I was right. They are on a train car. Okay. That's June and Morgan. So Morgan running away. That looks fucking cool. You know, for some reason, this... I think it's because of the way this guy in particular is dressed with that hat, but this fucking looked to me like Civil War with zombies or some shit. Like, it genuinely reminded me of a visual of like the Civil War or whatever. And like, I kind of like this open field, like, warfare thing. It's gonna look visually amazing, man. I'm really fucking hyped. This looks so cool. Yeah, that's hype. That's hype as hell. Then we have Danielle, Madison, and I don't know who that is, but I wonder if it's gonna be a certain character. I don't think that's him, but it's also kind of blurry and hard to tell, so you never know. It would be fun if it is, though, but I don't think it doesn't look like him. Okay, so that lady is over there that we saw with the long raincoat. The environment looks so wild. I feel like I'm watching The Walking Dead in fucking South America or something. Like, I don't know what area they are in that they're shooting at, but it looks so refreshing. That kind of shit makes me excited for, like, the Walking, for all the different like Walking Dead series that are coming, like the New York one, which is gonna be kind of refreshing, seeing stuff in like the big city, and then especially the Daryl stuff in Europe. That's gonna feel very refreshing as hell. So I'm even more excited for that now, seeing how refreshing this environment feels like. Yeah, they seem to be in like a swampy area. So that's June again. That's Morgan protecting his daughter. That's Grace. There's the Civil War area again. Why the fuck does she look like Charlie D'Amelio? I think her name is. She looks so much like her, but that is obviously not her. Or no, not Charlie D'Amelio. Who am I thinking of? There's this, I think, Olivia Rodrigo, I think, is who I'm thinking of, not Charlie D'Amelio. My bad. I'm not really that versed in super, like, youth music, pop culture stuff. So a lot of young actors kind of blur together for me. I don't know who the fuck that is. There's Madison and Daniel. I can't wait to see them interact like this. That would be sick. I assume, yep, that's gotta be their kid. That's gotta be their kid. I'm excited to see who it is. And we can't really tell whether it's a boy or a girl, so I'm curious about that as well. Don't tell me we're gonna get another fucking young female who is gonna kill one of our main characters, because I feel like at this point the writers, that's like their only gimmick. They had Charlie kill Nick, they had Dakota kill John, and now who is she gonna kill? Because this feels very much like a retread of the Virginia stuff. Seeing that this lady seems like she's gonna be the main villain, but she does seem like she's gonna be a good villain at least, so there's that. There's Grace and Morgan. That's Dwight and Sherry for sure. So lots of visually stunning shots, man. I love the visuals. So somebody is keeping Walker bits around for some reason. Oh, there's the clear stuff. Are they gonna go to the location from season 3? Oh, that would be sick if they do. But why would they do that? Some cool fire stunts. For a little bit, this kind of reminded me of Alexandria in season 8, like the main show. But it wouldn't be destroyed like this, so I don't think that is the case. There's somewhere else, but it just looked very much like that. Yeah, some really cool shots of scary, creepy zombie stuff. That's pretty cool. That looks creepy as fuck. Man, The Walking Dead hit. Like, Jesus Christ, some of these visuals, I can't stop gushing over them. They're so good. There's Sherry and Dwight, probably threatening because of their child. I'm trying to see who that is. I think that's the young girl from before that was talking with like the villain lady. There's Madison. This is kind of a video gamey this is kind of a video gamey look. It kind of reminded me of like Far Cry. In particular, I guess it would be like Far Cry New Dawn, but it very much reminded me of like a video game. And the environment reminds me so much of Far Cry 5 and New Dawn, it's kind of insane. I love that. Okay, so that character, can't quite see it, but I'm pretty sure I saw like people talking about whether that character was potentially a certain character from old seasons, but looking at this more clear image compared to what I was seeing on Reddit, it doesn't seem like that is him. And I'm trying not to spoil for you guys who I'm talking about because I want it to be still like a review. But yeah, it definitely doesn't look like him. It looks far more like Nick. So I don't think that's him. And Jesus Christ, my eyes got tired from that red color. Okay, so we got a shot of Madison covered in blood. We get a shot of Momo. Then the title card. Premieres May 14th. So not too far from now. So we're gonna get this. Then Daryl Dixon. Or what? No, it was Dead City was first, right? Dead City. Then in the fall it was gonna be Daryl Dixon. And then next year it's gonna be the Rick and Michonne show. Okay, so I might have to go back to like see a little bit of like season 1 of the main show to see whether this looks the same as where they were staying at during season 1, because I feel like they're probably gonna do it right and it's not gonna be just like they're not gonna just choose a random house and just go with it, but still I love how overgrown it is, man. It looks so good. That's one thing I feel like The Walking Dead fucking nails. It really fucking nails the everybody's dead post-apocalyptic look. Like I mentioned earlier, I didn't like The Last of Us TV show. And one of the reasons for me is that kind of because of how high budgeted it clearly seemed, and compared to how much we actually see firsthand in like the games, it felt like we didn't really get a lot of like actual like post-apocalyptic environments in the TV show, and when we did get them, most of it was CGI. Whereas The Walking Dead doesn't really do much of CGI when it comes to those stuff. Sure, they do some, but by and large, when you look at an image like this, it's fucking practical. And that's why I love it. I feel like The Walking Dead just does a better job of making me actually believe that this is a place that people used to live at some point. And it's been years, and because of the zombie apocalypse, that's why people don't live there. Whereas for The Last of Us, it just felt fake. It felt CGI. It felt like it was not lived in. The Walking Dead sets and like locations feel like somebody used to live in them, you know? And again, I feel like that's a consequence of the higher budget. For some reason, because they use more CGI because of that. Or maybe I'm just too used to the way the Walking Dead universe does this stuff, so it kind of feels weird when another show decides to go like in a different direction with a different feeling for the environments. But yeah, it is how I feel about it, anyway. So yeah, that's him getting into the house. I wonder why he decides to go back to that place. I'm curious how they're gonna justify it. And there's the gun from season 1. That's sick. And I love that they name drop Rick. That's pretty sick as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay. I am definitely hyped for this season. It looks like it's gonna be amazing. From what I've heard, most of these shots of this trailer are from like the first 3 episodes, which is why, explains why a lot of it just feels like thrown in, like a random shots thrown in, not really much of an effort to build like a narrative has been done, and that has been an issue with like Fear the Walking Dead trailers ever since. I feel like, I mean, I don't really remember trailers for like season 4 or 5 or whatever, but I definitely remember that the trailers weren't that great for season 6 or 7. But they definitely managed to show some really cool visuals and some really exciting stuff, so there's that as well. I'm hyped. I think it did its job to make me hyped, even if it's not necessarily like a really well edited trailer, like I wouldn't say it is. But I like it, and I'm definitely excited for this final season, and you can definitely expect me to review it as soon as it starts airing. I know some of you have kind of asked me whether I plan on reacting to the new seasons of some of my favorite shows that I usually review, like Doctor Who's incoming new season, or at least specials, or some of the Walking Dead spin-off stuff that are coming. And I've thought about it, but most likely I'm just gonna still stick with me reviewing the new episodes, and I'm gonna watch them for myself, and then a couple of years down the line I'm just gonna react to them on the channel. Because I do plan on reacting to like The Walking Dead on the channel at some point, after a couple of years have passed since the last time I rewatched it for myself. And I'm pretty sure that for me, the last time I watched The Walking Dead for myself was probably like 2018, 2019 at the latest, so it's already been like 4 years. So once like maybe 3 more years have passed, I will probably cover it on the channel. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. I don't really want to get into too much stuff that I know about this final season, because I don't want to spoil stuff about to people about this new season. But there is a certain character that there's a possibility he's gonna appear, and I'm really excited about that possibility. At this point, I don't even care how ridiculous it will be if that character does appear. I'm just happy to see him. So yeah, can't wait and see, I guess. And it's not that far off. It's like a month from now when the episode drops. So I'm just really excited. I am. And it's gonna be a continuous, like, however many weeks. It's like 24 weeks of Walking Dead content after this starts dropping. So I'm excited for that shit. And I'm curious to find out, what do you guys think about this trailer and the final season of Fear the Walking Dead as a whole? Whether you're excited about it ending, whether you're sad that it's ending, and all those stuff. Comment all of that down below, and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon: Omar Richmond, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Andrew. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me. You have continued to support me in such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know. That will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment, and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country, with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to, or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account, where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!